Girl Scouts and viewers, and welcome to episode 44 of Girl Talk Weekly. We're your hosts. I'm Heather.
And I'm Julia, and we're coming to you live today for this week's episode of Girl Talk Weekly.
Girl Talk Weekly is GSSJC's YouTube and Facebook vlog series created by Girl Scouts for Girl Scouts. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss a thing.
And if you're not a member, do not worry. This vlog will give you a little sneak peek about what Girl Scouting is all about. We would love to have you as our sister in Girl Scouts. So I'll drop a link below so you can find more information on how you can join Girl Scouts.
Spring is in full bloom. Last week, we took a look at how Julia and Girl Scouts in our council are embracing the great outdoors and using their skills to help plant trees, our gardens, or even beautify their neighborhood and communities.
Yeah, we got to check in on a Gold Award Girl Scout whose project was really cool.
Yes, it was super cool, but today we'll be taking a look at what Girl Scouts can do inside their homes that has huge impacts on the communities as well.
We're talking about a good spring cleaning.
Springtime is all about new. Flowers are blossoming, things are starting to look prettier, and it's a time to start new. It's the perfect time for a spring cleaning, but before we get into more of that, Julia, do we have any news items from our council?
Just a few. Like we discussed last week, Girl Scouts launched the Girl Scout Tree Promise earlier this year. With it, Girl Scout promises to plant, protect, and honor 5 million trees by 2026. Girl Scouts who do their part can log the trees that they've helped plant and will receive an exclusive access to the Girl Scout Tree Promise Badge. For more information, visit the URL below in the comments section.
Last week, we heard from Girl Scout who was planting a cherry blossom tree in her yard. Plus, she had many other trees she was helping care for, and even a garden like Julia.
Yeah, but she had a very diverse garden. I remember she's saying that she had chilies, jalapenos, and various herbs and spices.
Next up, Girl Scout Summer Camp is back for 2021. Girls can now register to attend day camp, resident camp, and other sessions being offered. To find a complete list of what sessions and workshops are being offered, visit the URL below for more information.
And lastly, now is the perfect time to renew your membership with Girl Scouts. Girl Scouts and viewers at home will be sure to check in with whoever manages your membership to see if you're ready for another year of adventure, fun, and making new friends. Plus, if you sign up now, you'll get access to some pretty neat incentives. For more information or to renew your membership, visit the URL below. And with that, we are all done for today's news.
Well, there weren't as many news items today as there are other days, but there are still some pretty important information out there. So if you're just tuning in, don't worry. These videos will be on our Facebook and YouTube pages after the show, so you can always come back later.
So, Heather, you were mentioning some spring cleaning, and that's something I need to put on the top of my to-do list.
Why is that?
Well, now the weather is warming up. We don't have any more cold days ahead of us, hopefully. And I finally can put away my winter clothes and get my spring and summer stuff ready. But I also saw that this really cute pair of shorts and tops online, so I ordered them.
That's okay. It's perfectly fine to spend money on yourself and treat yourself to something nice.
Yeah, but that's the third time I bought some new clothes this week.
Oh.
I have a lot of clothes, and I should really go through my dresser and closet to find things I no longer wear.
Well, that reminds me. That's one of the easiest places to start for spring cleaning. It's the closet. And what's even better, that there are tons of things you can do with old clothes that is both sustainable and friendly for the environment. For example, did you know that you can use old clothes with natural materials as compost?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, there are a ton of things you can do with old clothes. For example, the easiest but not as common thing to do is to recycle clothing. There are companies out there that recycle fabric to be used for other products. However, it's not as widely known, but programs like Helpsy or Blue Jeans Go Green are both organizations that focus on recycling old clothes.
In the past, I've donated most of my clothes that I didn't use anymore. Is that still an option?
Of course. Another easy way to make use of old clothes is to donate them to charities that focus on giving back to those less fortunate. Or if you want to have fun, you can also organize a community-wide clothes swap.
A clothes swap? Like swapping clothes?
Yeah, why not? Everyone probably has a few shirts or pants they no longer wear. And you can organize a clothes swap with friends in your neighborhood where everyone brings a few items and they trade them.
That's a great idea and a great way to get the entire neighborhood involved.
And if you're a DIYer like myself, there are some pretty fun projects that you can do from home with parental supervision. You can create face masks to use for yourself, or even repurpose old socks or woolen items to create stuffed animals. When I was younger, my mom used to cut up old shirts and fabric into squares, and we would use them as cleaning rags.
That's neat. I had some friends make toys using old socks for her dog, and the dog loved them. They didn't last very long, but at least someone got to enjoy them.
Yes. And speaking of animals, there are tons of ways you can repurpose old clothes, towels, or blankets for our furry friends. For example, did you know that most animal shelters accept donations in the forms of towels and blankets?
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can drop off old towels or blankets for staff to help keep our furry friends warm and dry. As a matter of fact, I have a small stack of towels myself that I plan to donate to our local animal shelter.
That is so neat, but I'm more interested in what you mentioned earlier, using clothes as compost. As someone who likes to garden and spend a lot of my time in the backyard tending to my plants, I think this is a great way to recycle clothes.
It is, but you have to be very careful about the types of clothes and materials that you can use for compost. Not everything we wear is made of natural materials, so they won't biodegrade or work as compost.
I did see that. After you mentioned it as an option, I took a look into what kind of materials would work as compost. And I found this really neat video that offers an easy at-home way to find out materials your clothes are made of and if it will work as compost.
Oh, cool. Can we share it with everyone?
Of course. Just note that this procedure requires using an open flame from a candle or lighter. So you'll definitely need an adult or parental supervision handy for this. But let's take a look.
If you've forgotten the fiber content of some long ago purchased fabric, or you're considering some mystery yardage at a tag sale, give the material a trial by fire. The burn test is a simple method to make an educated guess about a fabric's fiber content. How a fabric burns, its scent, and the ash left behind are important clues. Here's what you need to do a burn test: a disposable lighter or a small candle. Matches aren't the best choice. They burn too quickly, and sulfur from the tip can give a false scent reading. An aluminum pie tin, a safe place for the candle or to drop the burn test swatch after burning. Tweezers to hold the swatch while burning and to test the texture of the ash or residue. Let's try 2 burn tests with common fiber types, silk and then polyester. Cut a small swatch about 1 inch square. Too large a swatch can be hazardous to burn. Pick it up with the tweezers. Pass the swatch horizontally across the flame, watching the fiber both as it approaches the heat and as it ignites. The silk smolders and curls away from the flame. In the flame, it burns slowly and sputters. Remove the swatch from the flame before it's consumed and note how it reacts. When I remove it from the flame, it burns with difficulty and stops flaming. Now put your nose to work. The odor of a burning fiber can be an excellent clue to its content. For silk, the smell is like burning hair. Finally, feel the cooled ash with the tweezers to test the residue's texture. The silk ash is shiny and black. See how easy it is to crush? Now let's test polyester. Natural fibers like silk leave a soft or crushable residue, but almost all synthetic fibers melt, most turning into a hard bead, as you'll see. Polyester fuses and shrinks away from the flame. In the flame, it melts and burns slowly. When I remove it from the flame dies out. The burned polyester has a chemical smell. The ash is hard and black. It's like a bead, and I can't crush it. Go to threadsmagazine.com to find a chart with burn test results for 10 fiber types. Try the technique on familiar fabrics first. The results will help you compare and match the chart descriptions to common fiber types.
And there you have it, an easy way to find out if your clothes can biodegrade or not. Here are some other quick tips to make note if you choose to use old clothes as compost. First, make sure all the materials are 100% natural. You can use the burn test that we just showed you as a way to determine whether or not it's safe to compost a material. Second, you want to remove any non-compostable materials from the clothes, like buttons, tags, or anything plastic. Third, you will like to cut up the clothes and fabrics into small pieces, since it will help speed up the decomposition. And lastly, avoid any clothes that has ink or printed designs. If it's a small pattern, like this one, you can cut that part out and use the rest as the shirt, as long as there isn't ink or any toxic materials.
Oh, these are some great tips. Thank you, Julia.
Thanks. This really inspired me to find a creative way to utilize old clothes that I don't need anymore. And with all the new stuff I bought, I am really excited to be cleaning out my closet now.
Of course. And hopefully, Girl Scouts, we've also inspired you to do some spring cleaning of your own. It's the perfect way to take something old and use it in a resourceful way.
And being resourceful is one of the key attributes of being a Girl Scout.
Well said. And with that, viewers, we're just about done with today's episode. So be sure to tune in next week for episode 45 of Girl Talk Weekly.
Yeah, plus we're almost at our 1-year anniversary of the show.
Are you serious?
Yeah, episode 1 of Girl Talk Weekly aired on May 5th, and that's just 3 weeks away.
Oh my goodness, we have to plan something really big. So in the meantime, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. Until next time, I'm Heather.
And I'm Julia, yours in Girl Scouting.
Bye.